This may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Gemini in your chart. Or if you have it, if you're cross-watching for a Gemini, you might find some information in this reading that may actually apply to your situation. Let's dive right in. Before I get ahead of myself, let me go ahead and backtrack and let you know, let me let you in on the fact that this is a general reading. And this automatically will mean that there will be certain things in this reading that may be a part of your situation and certain things that may not be. In some situations, I may not even be speaking to you. This may not be your reading. Sometimes, though, the reading may not have had a chance to resonate because it hasn't happened yet. So always listen to the reading with an open mind. This might be the events that are occurring in the reading may be happening directly to you, or something that you may be observing. It could be important to you in some type of way. Let me also take the time to offer you a trigger warning. This reading may contain some sensitive subjects. If you feel like you're not in the headspace to maybe hear about sensitive subjects, here's your opportunity to click off. Otherwise, those of you who are ready to roll with me, let's dive right in to see what's going on with the Gemini Nation. Gemini. Let's start with the channel messages. Channel messages for Gemini. Rain, rain, go away. Crimson. Bedroom. Focus music. This has to be done or turned in by Thursday. Tea time. As in, maybe somebody wants to know the tea. They want to know what's going on with you. Maybe you provide the tea in some type of way. Maybe literally you're having some tea this week. I don't know. This is a state of emergency. Real Housewives. It's an Aries. They're bald AF. Or eagle. Face tats. Is this as in someone has face tattoos? Who the F are you? I don't know. Maybe there's somebody that you might see this familiar to you. Clear away self-sabotage. Eggs Florentine. Amethyst. The name Dylan. Obsessed. What now? The van I always see. The genie in the lamp, and specifically I'm hearing Robin Williams saying that, so maybe the movie Aladdin is significant to you in some type of way. The name Matt. Beach cities or 91 freeway. Beautiful sunset. Mini fridge. Number 5. They ditched me. Their name starts with an H, I, or T. Jar spells. My cat. Blue jay, as in the bird. Speedy trial. Speedy cash. Familiar melody. Ice cream truck. Little girl whistling. The names Will and Dean, as well as George. I'm also hearing David. Let's get right into this for the Gemini Nation. What's really going on, Gemini? Right off the bat, it just seems like there's just really a lot going on with you. Looks like you're going through some ill health. You or somebody around you. I see somebody going through some depression. Procrastinating. You're worried about something. Let go of your expectations of how your dreams will come true. Trust that heaven has a perfect plan. It feels honestly like you're concerned about something. Maybe you're trying to put together a solid plan having to do with something. It might be a living situation. Maybe you're trying to move. Maybe this is you. Maybe you're worried about your finances. There's something going on in your head. You're obsessing about something. Bear with me. Gemini, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Holy Spirit, show me what's going on with Gemini. Yeah, your guides are trying to get you to liberate yourself, free yourself from whatever this is that's going on mentally for you. Time to move on. Okay, So it is. It's time to liberate yourself from something here. Time to move on from what exactly? Because it's like your guides are saying, stay open. Be open. Be willing to, I don't know, like, oh, I think this has something to do with relationships. Commitments. The 7th house. This has something to do with a love relationship or a partnership, a commitment. You got a house here. Of course, it's the 7th house, but I was talking to you about real estate. I think, are you worried about a lease, a sale of a home? Because it looks like it's not just this. It's like something has got you feeling very depressed. Okay, Holy Spirit, what's going on with Gemini? What is Gemini moving on from? Flow with the river and see where it takes you. Yeah, this has something to do with a relationship in your life. Maybe you're finding a way to mend a broken heart. Maybe it... Thank you, Spirit guys, you are moving. This does have something to do with the sale of a home. It may have something to do with a job that maybe you're dissatisfied working. Maybe you feel like you don't get paid enough. Or, you know, you have a very critical boss or whatever. It's time to move on and do something else. You are bright energy. Color uplifts you. I do. I think something has got you feeling gloomy and it's got you feeling down. Mercury. Gemini, this is you. Perhaps this has something to do with a Virgo. Maybe this is, like I talked to you before, that there's a project. You are dealing with an Aries. You're dealing with a Taurus, Aries cusp, or you have Taurus and Aries somewhere. Something. Okay, I think you're spending a lot of time worrying when your guides are saying it's already worked out. And I think they just want you to move forward. They're saying it because it looks like you're staying in the bed. You can't find a solution. You're depressed. It's time to move on from something that is holding you back. I don't know if you're hurt because somebody has ghosted you. Let's see what's going on. Because, yeah. Goodness. Did I say I did? And I did warn you that I'm talking about some sensitive subjects, right? I mentioned Robin Williams. Did you lose somebody? Did somebody take their own existence away? You're moving on from what? What is going on, Gemini? Okay. You're moving on from a betrayal. You feel attacked in some type of way. Somebody cussed you out. You want to cuss somebody out? I think this might have, for some of you, have something to do with a love situation. Some of you might be involved with someone who is part of the military, or you grew up as an army brat or whatever. I think that there's somebody that needs to drop their ego. Maybe you feel like somebody does not know how to humble themselves. Somebody could be bossy, argumentative. Maybe this is a competitive person around you. This feels like this is mainly going on, I feel, in a relationship of some kind. It doesn't have to be a romantic situation. It could definitely be a platonic situation. Maybe have something to do with a coworker. But this feels like it's way deeper than that. Somebody ghosted you. If it was a coworker, I don't know. I guess maybe if it was a project that you're working on and somebody ghosted you and now you're left to like pick up all the pieces and do everything yourself. Yeah, that'd be a big deal. I feel like this is more so a relationship. This feels like this is somebody that's close to you, okay? 3 of Swords, not once, but twice. Somebody trying to get you to lose your job. Somebody that tried to mess you up. It feels like you're messed up over a betrayal. You've been going through something again and again. Again, I feel like it is your mindset. Let's set that straight. What is going on in your head? What's going on in Gemini's head this week? You're procrastinating on something. You're worried about something, but if you finally just put forth the energy to get something done, I think it would get you out of this rut that you feel stuck in, because honestly, that's what this feels like. You are heartbroken over somebody's passing. Are you going to the cemetery? Do you live near a cemetery? You got this card next to the ghoster, as if maybe something is haunting you from the past. Something, maybe something literally. Because it looks like you're under some type of attack. This feels like if it's an attack, it's a spiritual attack. But I definitely feel like it's a verbal attack, like somebody cut you down or you feel slighted in some type of way. What's going on, Holy Spirit, with Gemini? Yeah. So it feels like this week, Gemini, there's a problem that's causing you stress. And I think that this is a week where you might be brainstorming on some ideas that can help you solve a problem or to remove yourself from a situation. Because I can't help but to notice that a situation is creating a lot of anxiety for you. Romance, love, yeah. That feels like that's where the betrayal is. So I think that this is the week where you take action and make a decision about whether or not it's time to move on. A lot of this has a lot to do with empowering yourself. It feels like it's the things that you're focused on that your guys want you to liberate yourself from. Because, and I'm trying to see what it is. It must be this relationship, because it feels like that's where your focus is. What's going on with Gemini, Holy Spirit? What is Gemini focused on? Are you nervous about meeting somebody? Because it does feel like you are meeting somebody this week, especially singles. Maybe this is you. I think you are keeping your distance from certain people. I think you're tired of the same things happening. You open up your heart to people, they disappoint you. You get betrayed or attacked in some type of way. So I think this week you might be mad at somebody. Maybe you feel unloved. And maybe this week you are emotionally undetached. You're detaching instead of expressing your emotions. And I'm trying to see, because it feels like you're holding your emotions in and you're dealing with your emotions by yourself. You're putting up a wall and not letting anyone in. And for some of you, it feels like you're unhappy with yourself. This partnership and relationship feels like it has a lot to do with what's going on inside of you. There's definitely a Libra here for some of you. Libra, Taurus, and Aries. I felt like last week maybe you were on a mission. Maybe this week you are. Because like I said, you're coming out of this energy. Or this is what your spirit guides are calling you out of. They're calling you out of this. This feels like this is something that you're dwelling on. That's what's going on in your headspace. Like you can't seem to move on from something. And now your guides are saying it's time to seize the day. It's time to take action, take care of some opportunities that your guides are putting right in front of you. Some of you, this has something to do with a third party's influence. There's somebody that might be influencing you, might be throwing seeds of doubt in your mind about your relationship, or it's your partner. It's the things that they're doing. Maybe some of you want out of a relationship and maybe you just don't know how to say it. So that's what I mean. I think you're keeping your distance from someone. This has a lot to do with past trauma. Maybe last week you found yourself reliving past trauma, staying there, thinking about it over and over again, unable to move on from it. And I think that this has been something that has bringing you down. We talked about revolution, like something happens over and over again. You're dwelling on something over and over again. Yep, 7 of emotions. Maybe up to 7 times a day. That's what's keeping you procrastinating. That's what's keeping things on the back burner. Your emotions this week. Your emotional well-being. It feels like you're really lost in your thoughts. Your thoughts are really bringing you down. You're not thinking things that are empowering. What's going on with Gemini? And this might have something to do with drama that's around you. It feels like there's some drama that pops up this week. And your guides are definitely encouraging you, Gemini, to walk away from it if it's not worth your time. It looks like maybe this might, okay, let's talk about it as far as on a work standpoint, okay? Because it does feel like you're surrounded by some very ambitious people. But at the same time, it feels like these people could be greedy. They could be rude. They could be a bit vicious. And some of them are quite fake. And so I think that that's what you're coming across this week. Is maybe some fake people that are around you. And maybe this is how you're feeling about maybe somebody that you are dating, that you once were dating. And especially if this is an ex of yours, it could even be your present partner. We talked about past trauma. Maybe you have dad issues. Came up for Aquarius. Maybe some of you are dealing with an Aqua. Yeah, you've been having some confusion. You've been waiting for something. Waiting to maybe get in contact with someone. There we go. Someone is not revealing part of the story. Trust your feelings over what others say. Okay, so definitely Gemini Nation, there's some fakery around you. Somebody that's spreading lies about you. It feels like you're a part of some type of verbal attack. But I did say a spiritual attack as well. This is why the angels surround both you and your family at this moment. Because I definitely feel like your angels are completely aware of what's really going on in your situation. Somebody, all right. Somebody doing magic on you. Or this is you doing magic to shift your situation. To shift your view on something. Let's see what's really going on. Okay, so definitely you're under some type of attack. This is a partner. This is an ex of yours. It could be a boss. Anyway, like I said, this feels like this is going to be a very emotional week for you. And I feel like you might need to find a way to process your emotions. Maybe this is just how you kind of, I don't know, deal with issues. But I think that even though you're dwelling on what might be going on, or you're dwelling on some type of trauma, I think you might just be thinking about something, Gemini, and all of a sudden your eyes well up with a lot of emotion, or a cross-watcher, this is you. It's just going to be that type of week. But I definitely feel like if that was the headspace that you were in last week, this is the week that I feel like you're going to find a way to come out of this. We did say that your angels are lifting you out of this, helping you find some type of a solution. Let go of your expectations of how your dreams will come true. Trust that heaven has a perfect plan. Maybe this is some type of delay that has you feeling frustrated. Anyway, like I said, this is the week that I feel that you come out of this. It feels like maybe last week you were throwing a pity party, or you were anxious about something. Now you're able to free yourself from this and be able to move on and get clarity. And maybe even get to a place of forgiveness. Now this forgiveness does not necessarily mean that you let somebody back in your life and you allow somebody to be, allow yourself to be a doormat or a pincushion for somebody. But it does feel like this is, you were meant to liberate yourself from the ties, the emotional ties, the frustration, the emotion, the things that are holding you back, the things that maybe somebody said to you in, 2005 that really just irked you and held you back. Now it's time to move on from that. Right? We can't allow our childhood trauma to block us and keep us from living our lives, or keep us from elevating. Because this is exactly what your guides are trying to get you to do, is to elevate from that. I don't know, this forgiveness might mean that maybe you're coming to realize that maybe people make mistakes, you know, and maybe you're realizing that it's a very human thing to make mistakes. But at the same time, this just seems very cruel. Whatever this is that's going on, it just seems like it's cruel and unnecessary. Gemini, bear with me, because it usually takes me a little bit of time to figure out what's going on in your reading. Feels like you've lost trust. After this betrayal, it might be easy for you to kind of not be able to trust someone again, because I think you've gotten clarity about what you've seen what you needed to see about somebody, at least at this point. If you haven't, I think by the end of the 7 days, you will see what you need to see. You'll see who's no longer supporting you, who's no longer a part of your supporting cast. And I think that you're going to be taking the initiative and lead the way. And I think you might be very careful and selective about the company you keep. Okay? Because, like I said, somebody's not who you think they are. They're not revealing part of the story. Trust your feelings over what others say. I don't know, maybe let's see what's really going on. Because again, Gemini, I'm still trying to figure it out. You're not getting enough sleep. I see that, like something has you sleep deprived. You don't have time for prayer. You don't have time for meditation. And it feels like right now you're going through a period of transition, or somebody in your life has gone through some type of a transition. So maybe you feel like somebody was taken from you before your time. Is there something, maybe did you lose somebody? Maybe there's something you wanted to say to somebody before they passed on. Holy Spirit, show me what's going on with Gemini. Somebody passed away. I don't know. This feels like this is like old photos that come up, nostalgic memories. I did say maybe you're going to the cemetery. Something brings you back to memories having to do with this person. I think maybe you did lose somebody. Somebody did pass away from the actions of other people. I think this is who's talking to you this week. Who's going to be coming to give you some type of... So you got this card talking about the angels have heard you. They're sending you comfort. I think this is possibly somebody from the afterlife that's comforting you and letting you know that they're at peace. It's either somebody died at their own hands, or like I said, the actions of other people. Your money is improving this week. Money isn't everything, you know, but I think that it might make a difference if that's something that you're worried about, or you've been in that state of mind last week. You're tired of having to go through financial issues. I think you might be feeling a bit jaded this week, Gemini. It feels like your baggage, your past baggage is going to be popping up this week. It might be easier for you to, you know, feel like people are guilty until proven innocent. And I think, like I said before, I think you're having a difficult time trusting someone, or someone has given you a reason not to trust them. Maybe for some of you, this worry has something to do with yourself. Maybe you're just being very hard on yourself. Maybe this week you feel like you made a mistake. And I think you might be finding a way to turn it around. And whatever this is that you've been procrastinating on, I think this could be you maybe getting an accountability partner to hold you accountable for certain things that maybe you're promising yourself, but you're maybe not following through on certain things. The reason that I feel like you're procrastinating is your mindset. I think that's your biggest blockage this week. Let's see. Somebody an alcoholic. You're feeling, and this feels like this is a respect thing. You want someone to be respectful, but you feel disappointed or frustrated with someone. What is this betrayal about? Oh, wow, deception. This has something to do with a Virgo for some of you. We talked about a deadbeat father, so this deadbeat father is coming up. It won't be the same for everyone, but for a lot of you, this has something to do with a Virgo or someone that has Virgo in their chart. This feels like this is somebody that is very close to you, that has been very close to you. We talked about relationships taking a hit, or maybe they did in the past. I think that this week, someone may be coming back. Someone may be led back to you to maybe, especially if you have a son with somebody. It doesn't matter if it's a son or a daughter, but I'm trying to figure out what they want. I think you feel like this person is your enemy. Or they fight like you guys are enemies. So maybe you guys did have an argument. Let me see. What is the overall energy? Wow. Okay, I guess that is the overall energy. Liberation. They're definitely emphasizing that. Yep. Shouting. Very similar to Aquarius. Maybe you got into a shouting match with someone. This is why you're mad at someone. It has something to do with betrayal. Somebody that has stabbed you in the back in some type of way. For a lot of you, I feel like this is a conversation that you're having mentally. You're arguing with someone, not verbally, but mentally. There's something that maybe you do want to get off your chest, Gemini. Maybe you just haven't had the chance to. Maybe this is you lashing out with people around you. Or maybe you're completely aware of some type of deception. You're in separation from someone, and someone is not really comfortable with the separation. They're not really happy with the way that things have gone, and it feels like somebody has a lot of guilt. And it really does feel like some of you could be involved in a one-sided situation. You don't feel supported. You don't feel like somebody helps you out. Like I said, a lot of you, this has something to do with an ex. For some of you, this has something to do with a family member. It feels like there's some type of karmic tie that you released yourself from. You cut yourself loose from this situation because it feels like that's the overall energy. Release yourself. Liberate yourself from whatever is holding you back. It is time to move on from something that is just not really adding any type of value to your life. Could be a child that could be keeping silent, like I said, about how they really feel. They want to express to you how they feel, but they can't. This might definitely be a week. Just of course, like as in with any week. And maybe there might be a child that especially might need some TLC. Maybe they need some support and love from you, a family member or whomever. Because it might be your intuition that tells you that maybe something might be wrong with your child, or something might be wrong with a family member because maybe they're acting a bit different, or maybe they're not acting different. Maybe they're acting like their usual selves, but you still have some type of inkling that something might be wrong. Some of you it's daddy issues, some of you it's mommy issues. Maybe your mom passed away, maybe you lost your mother or your grandmother at an early age or whatever. That's what I just see with children or a child. This could definitely be you. It may have something to do with your inner child that might be having you feeling that way. Anyway, the point is, this week I feel like it might be necessary for you to take a step back from whatever this is, to get clear on something, and to maybe speak to your guides, the heavenly realm, about maybe something that you're going through or something that you need some type of definitive answer to. Some of you, I don't know, are you changing majors? Because it looks like you're moving on from something. Let's see. What is Gemini moving on from? We've already established that you're moving on from a relationship. You might even be possibly moving. Oh, okay. Behind the mask, huh? Some of you, this has something to do with a friendship. Somebody's intentions, I'm telling you, Gemini or cross-watcher, definitely listen to your intuition. I think you're bending over backwards for someone. I think that you might be trying to get along for the sake of not fighting, and maybe you're not happy in some type of situation. I think that there's somebody that is resisting change. Somebody that just doesn't want to compromise. So I think that you might be tempted to really lash out in anger this week. Gemini. I almost wanted to say Capricorn. This is exactly what I was thinking. Something or someone, because of the way that they're behaving this week, might cause you to feel like you want to go off on somebody. And this is why your guys are saying take a step back. Have a Zen moment. Get back to your Zen, right? Get back to your center. Do not allow somebody to take you out of character, because for some reason I feel like, Gemini Nation, somebody might be tempting you to do so. Maybe this is you beating up on yourself about it. Yep. For some of you, it has something to do with father figure. Father and child. Did you lose a key? I think you lost the key. Didn't I say that in the channel messages? It might be someplace you haven't looked for. You haven't looked through. There might even be some tasks, some errands that you're running this week. Because it just seems like there might be some clutter around you. That clutter that's around you might be might be adding to your state of mind. Yeah, I think you might be dealing with somebody. Did I say in the beginning somebody's very competitive? Somebody is striving for some type of position of power. Or maybe this is like, yeah, this was like somebody's, again, did I say you work around some ambitious people? Competitive people. It feels like there's an enemy that is around you, Gemini. This might be what the betrayal is about. Let's see what this attack is about. All right, Holy Spirit, show me Gemini. What's going on with this attack that's going on? That's what I mean. Did you lose somebody at the actions of other people? I did say that maybe that's why you're depressed. That's why you're sad, because of somebody's passing. But in some cases, I think this is happening to you. Definitely. I mentioned you're going through a depression. Here's your enemy. Yeah. Falseness behind a mask. Let's see what's really going on. Gemini, somebody is attacking you, or you Gemini, are attacking somebody. I'm trying to see what this is about. It might be about some childishness. 10th house. This is about success. This has something to do with talents, the house of work, and public life. This is exactly what I was sensing. Maybe you do work with the public. Maybe you do work online. I don't know. This is going to be very specific. Maybe some of you read a lot of tarot. Maybe you do so professionally. Maybe this is something that maybe you're into. Or maybe you are already in this. Maybe you already do this professionally. Okay? Gemini, because it feels like there's something you do exceptionally well. And it genuinely feels like there's people that are gossiping about you. This feels like this is some petty stuff, petty trauma. That might be what this attack is. I did say that some of you, this is a spiritual attack. Attack on your character in some type of way. Somebody does have a hidden agenda. That's what this person is coming to you with. Definitely some type of thievery. This is like, that's what I mean. Like, you got some enemies that are here, okay? Especially, like I said, if you work as a tarot reader, you do something online professionally, you got somebody coming, hiding under, and somebody's disguising themselves or disguising their intentions with something. It feels as though, yeah, this is your career. This is definitely in matters of your career. Because it feels like you're very precise, you're very accurate with something, and somebody is trying to knock you off. Somebody doesn't want you to have a sense of security in what it is that you do. Because somebody feels like you're someone that makes a difference, or this is something that you were meant to do. It's to make a difference with a lot of people. Yeah. Somebody might feel like you're getting some type of success. And you see how there's a mask here and somebody that's covering their eyes? Somebody doesn't want somebody to see something. It feels like they don't want you to see something. Yeah, for some of you, I did mention that maybe you have Aquarius in your chart, or that you did lose somebody, because I definitely see a death of somebody here. And I did mention cemetery. I'm hearing cemetery dirt, graveyard dirt. Somebody doing some type of spell work possibly, but that's what I see, that somebody did transition onto the afterlife. This is a guardian angel of yours, but what about this spiritual attack? What's going on with this? Somebody attacking a relationship. That's the attack. We see it. Somebody attacked you. Angels are going to work to protect you. Remember, we talked about this card that's saying the angels are gathering around you and your family for something that was wrongfully done, an attack that was done at the hands of other people, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. There's been some type of, you see how there's always masks here. Somebody covering their eyes here. Somebody's trying to cover something up here for sure. You might be tempted to seek some type of revenge on someone, Gemini. Oh, I think this is somebody bringing you some type of destructive criticism too. I'm telling you, there's been some type of an attack. And your angels are definitely going at it this week. Somebody attacked you, attacked something having to do with you that meant a lot to you, someone, something. Angels are not playing. Got this card here talking about shapeshifter. Wow, death. There's definitely somebody from the afterlife, okay? Yeah, definitely, once again, see something having to do with some type of attack. Verbal attack, physical attack. This could be somebody, this is definitely a reminder to listen to your intuition and be mindful of your surroundings. I mean, the last time we did your reading, Gemini, it was talking about the same thing. Looking over your shoulder, being careful about what's going on around you, not being so distracted and so in your head that you don't see what's going on right in front of your face. Bear with me, Gemini. I promise you, I'm trying to see what's going on. Somebody has a hidden agenda, so this is like, listen to your gut. You got this card talking about jackpot. Maybe somebody thinks you have money. Storm fields. I think this is you going through some type of emotional storm, some type of spiritual storm, and the angels have listened to you. They've heard your prayers. And this is them stepping in to help you with something. Like I said, this might be something that might be going on in your workplace. Gemini. There might be a group of women, a group of individuals that might be talking. Like I said, some of you, maybe you read tarot. This feels like this might be something that goes on in the tarot community. Like I said, maybe this is something that you do with a lot of exceptionality. There's people that are gossiping about you. It feels honestly like there's somebody that's trying to bring you down, or bring, like I said before, some type of spiritual attack your character in some type of way, and as a way of a diversion to block you. It's not meant to be a diversion. It's meant to like discourage you, get you to quit, maybe lose hope about certain situations or about your job. I don't know, Gemini. I think that there's definitely an enemy around you, and this might have something to do, like I said before, with greed. This might be like an everyman out for themselves type of situation, and I don't know, it's just like somebody wants to bring you down in whatever way, you know. And yeah, this is definitely a thief. This is somebody that, okay, if you do something, they're going to do it. If you say something a certain way, they're going to say it. It's like somebody lacks their own originality. They got to falsify information. They got to watch you to figure out what your message is so they can do a copy-paste type of reading. Some people operate real grimy. And it feels like this is definitely a situation, Gemini, where you really want to listen to your intuition. You really want to hone in on what your guides are telling you, because it feels as though your guides are trying to warn you against something. And even though this is happening in the background, yeah, even though you do have an enemy around you, and you might sense the presence of an enemy, you got this Wheel of Fortune here. So again, whatever this ploy was, where this person or these group of individuals were trying to block you, watch you, falsify information about you, this is the week where I feel like you're able to break free from that. Wheel of Fortune comes in. Yeah, you got like a new opportunity coming in for you. So I want to see what's going on with your work. There's somebody that's trying to block you. You definitely have somebody that's trying to, or block your child. They could be bullied at school. This is definitely a week where this Wheel of Fortune and this Ace of Pentacles brings in an opportunity for you. Yeah, this is definitely you taking action. You've been maybe stalling. Like I said, there's something that's been on the back burner, having to do with your talents. This week, I feel like you might finally find a way to free yourself from what's holding you back and finally get something done. It definitely feels as though this is a week where you're having to push against some type of obstacle or opposition to get something done. These people in the background that are enemies and are behaving like sociopaths, these people are going to receive their karma. And this might be a week where you're just really tempted to see that karma play out right in front of your face for the things that someone has done to you. Because it feels like, again, someone has been very cruel to you, lied to you, lied on your name, tried to get you to lose your job. So you got the Seven of Swords here. Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I think you're going to see things for the truth of who someone is or the way someone acts. It feels as though this week, I did say that maybe it is time to move on, or your spirit guides are saying that it's time to trust your angels and let go of something and allow yourself to move on from something. It feels as though maybe somebody is returning this week. Maybe, I keep hearing this jingle, old AT&T jingle, and it's saying, I'm calling you. This could definitely be somebody from the afterlife that is calling you, because I definitely see a situation here where spirit messages could be coming to you. Okay, a deceased loved one could be calling to you, trying to get your attention, having to do with something that might be going on, or trying to keep you safe from some type of harm. I'm trying to tell you. Or this is to help you to avoid some type of frustration. I kind of want to say this might have something to do with a vehicle as well. Gemini, have you not put oil in your car yet? Honestly, because it feels like you might be putting money into your car to avoid some type of frustration. Okay, it feels like you're gonna have the money to come. The money is gonna flow better for you. Okay, because like I said, money problems, money woes, that could have been something that could have been creating problems for you last week. It could have been keeping you from thinking very clearly to make some decisions. This week, it feels like you're stepping into a new opportunity, a new experience, and maybe leaving something behind, and maybe deciding to, like I said, pour your attention into your work. But it feels like before you do that, you might need some time to rest, to get your mind right, and to be able to think straight in order to go toward the next step, because that's definitely feeling like that's what your guides want you to do. They're not wanting you to remain in a state of stagnation, and they're definitely giving you some mental clarity if you're willing to liberate yourself from this. It's like all that your guides are asking you for is to be willing to liberate yourself from this. Like I said, this is something that has been holding you back. It could be time management. I definitely said before, it could be your headspace. You're stuck on something that may have happened in the past. Again, it feels like this week affords you the opportunity to overcome some type of problem that has just been lingering around and maybe creating a dark cloud over your head. Yeah, definitely. If you're able to push through this, it feels like you're definitely able to come out of this. Whatever has been keeping you still and keeping you from moving forward, like I said, you're able to come out of this and find a solution to an issue that has just been really plaguing you and has been really on your mind. Ooh, conflict. We talked about that though. We talked about there being an instigator. We talked about somebody spreading rumors and spreading lies, spreading gossip about you, your situation, or whatever. We definitely see that. This is definitely a week that, like I said, you're releasing yourself from something that has been holding you back. You've been unable to move forward in some type of way, and now it feels like you will be able to. Might bring you, or a feminine health issue. Something might bring you to the doctor over the winter time. I feel like you might be delaying it, but it feels like you're not able to delay something beyond the winter time. It feels like something brings you back to the doctor. It brings you back to get something addressed that maybe you've been putting on. Maybe you tried to bear through the pain, but I think that's something, like I said, it's pain that brings you back to get something looked at. It feels like it's fear and judgment that's holding you back, but like I said, it feels like something is gonna have to push you to move forward with that. And like I said, maybe improve your eating. It could be what you're putting in your body that's really creating a lot of health issues for you. Because I definitely see issues with heart, irritation. I see a lot of anger. Somebody owes you money. It feels as though someone's going to be paying you off. It feels like you've been at a financial deficit last week. Your achievement, whatever this is that you're working toward, it pays off for you this week. And you're able to, like I said, get the money that you need to get you out of the red financially. You've been unable to kind of snap back or snap out of it. Like I said, this is the week where it feels like you're able to do that in some type of way, Gemini. This feels like this is has a lot to do with especially your emotional pain and the way that you're thinking about certain things. This might be the week where you get a yes if you're looking for a new place. Or let's say you haven't started looking yet. You might be starting to look in the winter time. That might be the most ideal time for you to move forward with this. Yeah. Relationships are kind of tense this week. You definitely have people coming back from the past. So this feels like there's somebody that does keep coming back. Maybe it's somebody that talks a good game. Maybe this is the person that's very deceptive. Somebody that tells you lies. Okay. Because you definitely have a very deceptive person around you. Somebody's not being honest with you. This might be the person that might be coming back. It's going to be up to you to use your better judgment about this situation. Is somebody coming back out of habit? Especially if this is a love situation, or is somebody coming back sincerely for longevity? This is something that your intuition will help you to decipher. It'll help you figure that out. Your intuition will tell you whether or not what this person is communicating to you is genuine or if it's false. Or if you've genuinely been through enough. Okay, because I definitely feel like with this Three of Swords, this person could have been someone that has tried to hold you back in some type of way. Or this is you, this relationship could have put you in a deep depression. For some of you, this is you holding yourself back. And this is what, in whatever way, Gemini Nation, because you got this Two of Cups here, as if this might have something to do with a love relationship. But for others, it's like, again, your guys are saying, liberate yourself from something. Okay, there's definitely a Taurus. There's a Sagittarius that comes up in your reading. You had a Cancerian. And then there's no doubt a Scorpio. There's some type of, I want to say criminal investigation. Somebody's investigating something or someone, okay? Because like I said before, there's somebody falsifying some type of information. This might have something to do with a court situation. If this is you going to court, it feels as though or this is a legal situation that's pending that has you worried about something. Your guides are saying let go of the outcome of something. It feels like that's what you're anxious about. You're worried about the outcome to something. And this might not be something that your guys really want you to hold on to. They want you to let go. Something in your situation is going to require you to surrender. Gemini Nation. Some of you, it feels like there could be job opportunities that open up. For a lot of you, this job opportunity, it's your location that's holding you back. You may move and realize that there's a whole world of opportunities that open up for you. Thank you. Because it feels like, Gemini, you may not realize it from where you're standing, but you're winning this spiritual battle. For whoever this is, if this is you doing something against somebody, then it feels like somebody's going to reap what they've sown. For some of you, this is, with this negative thinking, this is you like thinking about the worst case scenario based on the past. This is what you're dwelling on. Yeah, this card talking about let go of desired outcomes and you will get what you want. Sometimes things, it's going to be necessary for you to surrender to divine timing. Certain things may need to open up or move out of the way. Pathways may need to be cleared in order for you to see something clearly. That's what I mean. Whatever this is that's confusing you, perplexing you, like I said, very soon, if not by the end of this 7 days, then very soon something is going to be crystal clear for you. You're going to be able to see clearly what the next step is, or how to get from A to B with something where right now it just seems so confusing or uncertain. You may need to really get some sleep this week, Gemini. That might be contributing to the way that you're feeling. And stop beating up on yourself about past choices, because that just feels like that's something that's defeating you. Your financial situation does have a way to get better. Maybe this week you might be thinking about maybe going to talk to an expert about something, get some type of expert advice about how to move forward past whatever this is, like I said, that's blocking you in order to liberate you. Okay, because this is definitely where your guides are saying it's time to move on toward expansion, right? Time to liberate yourself from the stagnation that has been blocking you, and it's time to create the space that you need to be able to clear your head and clear your mind. Yeah, maybe the expert that you're asking might be it. Maybe you're reaching out to a tarot reader. To help you resolve some type of unforeseen challenge that pops up or popped up last week. Yeah, last week you were having some financial difficulties. Some type of situation hit your pockets really heavily. This week there's a new opportunity. So if you have lost your job, you've fallen on hard times, new abundance comes in for you this week. It feels like something is going to require for you to take a risk. And manifesting some type of punishment on yourself. Yeah, time to let go of that. Time to let go of that mindset. If this does have something to do with a court decision, it feels like things are balanced. They're worked out in a very fair manner. And maybe it turns out that that's something that you're worried about, and it actually ends up, that situation actually takes care of itself, or spirit finds a way of just moving that situation out of your way. Yeah, see, it feels like you're able to make some easy progress having to do with something that you feel is blocking you. Finding a way to navigate through a difficult situation. All right, Holy Spirit, what is the advice that you have for the Gemini nation? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. This sums up everything that we've been talking about. It sums up the overall energy, which has everything to do with liberation. Whatever is unbalanced, if it's a one-sided relationship, if it's a job that is just no longer, that you've outgrown in some type of way, or if it's just time for you to literally move on from something, your guides are saying it's time to resolve or heal something that is blocking you. And not carry that baggage straight into 2023. Gemini, I'm almost wanting to say Virgo. It might be easier than you think. Could it be that this is a scenario that you're making way more difficult in your head than it really is? Everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. Yeah. Maybe this is something that was, whatever this is that's confusing you or perplexing you, or some type of obstacle that's standing in your way. It was meant to elevate you. We got this card talking about expansion. You just may not see it yet from the perspective that you're standing from. But once you get on the other side of this situation, like I said, you'll be able to be standing in it from a different perspective and be able to see things clearly. With that, Gemini nation, this concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. If you found, Gemini, that this reading was helpful, thumbs up this video. Help me to circulate the video. Help me to get the message around. Consider subbing to my channel. Continue to get more videos that you're notified whenever I upload a video for somebody assigned that you're cross-watching for, or whenever I go live. Thank you, Gemini Nation, for tuning in this week. Have a very peaceful, courageous, blessed week, Gemini Nation. I'll see y'all real soon. Peace out.